NCF, saying it was a coordinated attack. Fires were reported overnight at about 4 a.m. local, with France's high-speed rail line seeming to be the intended target. Fires were set along 3 lines. A 4th fire on another line was stopped. Train traffic to Paris has been severely disrupted, with 800,000 passengers expected to be affected. The rail network saying it will take all weekend to repair. Inez de la Quatera, ABC News, Paris.
Boats along the Seine, acrobats.
Okay, thanks for joining us on the Friday edition of the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning, I'm Ken Lundberg. Who messed with my camera? Somebody messed with my camera again. It's the gremlins that come in overnight.
Wolfie?
He could watch this. There's a chance he could see it.
You think so?
Let's see. Tigers played an afternoon game yesterday, and they won. Maybe they should stick to afternoon games because they won 3-0 against the Cleveland Guardians. They play over. Oh, they're back home. Look at that. They're going to play against Minnesota tonight. 6:40 is the first pitch, and they'll play them again tomorrow at 6:10. You can hear it.
94.9.
You can hear it right here on 94.9 WSJM. If you're one of those who streams our audio on our app, our WSJM app, you can't hear Major League Baseball on the app.
I know. I found that out.
That's because the contracts. They say you can broadcast it here, but you can't broadcast it here unless you pay us this much more money. So anyway, we've got it on 94 point, and that makes sense because internet is global, right? Because you can listen to it anywhere, but radio has defined signal areas. So you can hear it on 94.9. We'll talk about the highlights here. Dave Wolf has sports and all that. So they won. They beat the Guardians 3-0. We want to see more of that. We've got to get some local news out of the way, some sports. We'll be back to join us on the video live stream. And hear your comments. Put them into the Facebook, YouTube, not X today. We're not doing X today. Just a moment.
Do this when you Angie that.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better fast. Check out Navage at your local Sam's Club today. Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Breathe easy.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
And taking a look at the temperature outside right now, it's 58 degrees. So I guess we have mostly clear skies. We're going to have a nice sunny morning as we wake up. Thanks for
beautiful out there.
It does look beautiful out there. And thanks for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Over there in the red shirt is Brett Witkowski. And we know it's red. And you know it's red because you're watching on the video live stream, right?
Correct.
YouTube and Facebook is where you find us. Just go to the WSJM page and click on the videos there. Some of the local news that we're following for you today. Lake Michigan College, Brett's got his red on, is rebuilding its athletic fields. LMC Vice President of Advancement and Community Impact, Doug Schaefer, tells us the Board of Trustees approved the project this week.
We're very excited for the opportunity to build first-class athletic facilities for our student athletes and the community to enjoy. And we're starting with the full reconstruction of the baseball and softball fields and the soccer fields to serve those sports and provide enhanced recreational and fitness opportunities for our general students as well.
See, they started with the fields that you were talking about.
Correct.
Look at that.
Yep.
You knew what needed to be done. Schaefer says the project is the result of near constant flooding on the LMC fields, which has often prevented LMC teams from being able to compete on their home fields. That would be really annoying.
Yeah, they have to move around quite a bit in the spring.
Why are the fields flooded?
Have you seen what LMC College is built on?
Yeah, there's a lot of farmland out there. I guess it floods too.
It's built on, it was like a swampland.
Oh, well,
you see the water.
Everything in Berrien County was a swampland. That's why we have a drain commission.
Okay.
Anyway,
that's a different topic.
Okay. He says they often have to rent out facilities from nearby high schools because of the water issue that they have there at the LMC.
which is to remove all of the existing fields and then do the drainage and soil work, and then finally rebuild the fields again with turf on all three facilities.
And he says the cost of that is going to be, the project itself is about $6.3 million. Schaefer says the fields will get a new drainage system and their level will be raised through the use of topsoil that'll be brought in. Work could start this summer. It's hoped the new softball and baseball fields will be ready by the new season in the spring. The soccer fields won't be ready until the fall of 2025, so LMC soccer will be played at a different location next year. Schaefer says the volleyball and disc golf courts will be relocated and trail access will be maintained during the project.
Is that artificial turf, or are they putting grass turf back in?
And we'll have to look at the details of that. What do you prefer?
I think maintenance wise, most people would prefer to go to artificial turf, and maybe for baseball they wouldn't mind because of the spring weather.
Haven't they discovered issues
Playing-wise,
with that?
Yeah, playing wise, I like. Most people will tell you like grass.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing with the artificial turf, which it looks great.
It does.
I guess it holds up pretty well.
It does.
You have the issue of those little black nodules
Which is
following you into your car, following you into your house. That's no fun. That's recycled tires.
correct.
There have also been some environmental studies about what that does for the people playing on it for long periods of time. So that's an issue.
Well, I know the NFL players would like to
Real
get rid
grass.
of that and go to grass.
Yeah, they'd like the real grass. I think that'd be nice. Because nothing like, I mean, if you've ever watched the sports reels from way back when, yesteryear, it's fun to watch the teams play in mud.
Yeah, well, that's what they don't want. But
Well, sorry.
you know, like-
you get paid enough money, you play in the mud.
I agree. But in the SMAC conference, which is St. Joe Lakeshore is in that conference.
Yeah.
I don't know I think Loy Norks might be the only school that has grass still.
Okay.
Everybody else has gone to turf. For
Down
high
to the
school.
turf.
Yeah.
Well, easier to maintain. Other news that we're following, a study to look at what to do with the Berrien County Jail is moving forward. The Berrien County Board of Commissioners has approved using a $200,000 grant from the state to study issues at the Berrien County Jail. Now, State Representative Joey Andrews requested the grant money on behalf of the county last year. The commissioners on Thursday authorized the sheriff's office to use the funds. Berrien County Administrator Brian Doucette tells us the study will look at whether the jail should be replaced or simply renovated to meet evolving needs. Issues at the jail have been under discussion for years.
The prior sheriff, Sheriff Bailey, would often talk about the complications of having that current jail. You know, parts of it go back to the 50s. It's based on a model where you've got multiple floors. The use of elevators are required. I think that what you tend to see now on more modern jails would be one-story facilities built in like a pod-like formation that then reduces your total labor cost.
Doucette says they're also going to study whether the juvenile facility and the adult jail should be merged under one roof to save even more on cost. The grant lets the county hire a consultant who can study the issue and organize previous studies into one comprehensive document. With the state grant now approved, the county will put together a request for proposals that will eventually result in the hiring of the consultant. That's interesting that they'll look at the juvenile facility and the adult jail facility, putting them together. I mean, there's a reason why you separate middle school from high school, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I see their point having it on the same campus. I mean, you could do food service and all those things.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily be the same facility, but I would think same proximity to save, because
Yikes.
the other one is out in Berrien Springs,
And I'm
at
sure
the
that-
old hospital.
Yeah, and I'm sure the study will bring those issues forward. At
Right.
least let's hope it does. Other news, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and the Palisades Restart Panel will hold their second public meeting on the restart of the Palisades nuclear power plant. That's happening August 1st at Lake Michigan College. The NRC's Victoria Meiting says that the meeting will include an update from the panel members on the plant's readiness, as well as presentations from Holtec International on their restart-related activities.
We committed to updating the public once a quarter on basically where we are in the review process and talk about, our activities, what we have accomplished, what we are looking at.
As part of their quarterly duty to report to the public, the NRC plans to discuss licensing reviews and inspections. Holtec International will cover current and planned activities for the potential plant restart. It starts all at 5:15. The NRC is going to host an open house beforehand, and then NRC and Holtec will give their presentations. Elected officials will also be there. giving statements in regard to the Palisades restart. The public meeting officially begins at 6 p.m. and it's going to run 3 hours in order to get public input and answer any questions that come up from that. And then coming up next week in Buchanan will be an Olympic watch party as hometown BMX hero Hannah Roberts competes in Paris.
Awesome.
Yeah, Buchanan Community Development Director Richard Murphy tells us when Roberts competed in Japan in 2021, around 2,000 to 3,000 people turned out to the Buchanan Common to watch on the Jumbotron.
Anyone who was there will never forget it. It was a memorable evening. It's kind of indelible in the memories of Buchanan. So now we've had 3 years of Hannah ramping up in the World Championships and just becoming, such a great ambassador for the sport and for the city of Buchanan. So this is like a big moment.
Murphy says NBC News called the 2021 watch party the world's biggest Olympic watch party. And they're calling it that again, at least the Buchanan community is. Since Roberts will compete at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, July 31st, everyone is invited to the Common at that time, and then they'll watch it again at 7 p.m. Murphy expects if Roberts does well in the morning, the evening watch party will be huge. He says they're going to plan to have food trucks on hand, and they'll watch archival footage of Roberts competing in BMX, both in the Olympics and outside of the Olympics. So
awesome.
We wish her all the best. Hannah Roberts competing in the BMX competition in the summer games. It's fun to have that.
It's incredible.
Olympic
to be in
BMX.
the Olympics.
Yeah. Did you ever have a BMX bike?
No.
A friend of mine did.
Oh.
Growing up. I had one with a banana seat, so it was not a BMX, but those are fun.
I had banana seat.
You had a banana seat too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there you go. 7-Eleven. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We're on the video live stream right now. Ken Lundberg with Brett Witkowski, and the morning show continues.
Thursday in Major League Baseball, Javier Baez hit a 3-run home run in the second inning, and 6 pitches combined on a 4.
What color was your bike with the banana seat?
I think it was red.
Oh, you had a little red racer.
It was a Sears Huffy bike.
Yeah.
My mom worked at Sears.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sears, when I was growing up as a kid, was on Main Street in Benton Harbor.
Oh, okay.
Where Whirlpool has their building now.
Where Whirlpool might have had their building at one point. Is it where Corwell is now?
No.
Which one are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about there.
Yeah.
Right around next to the roundabout.
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, yeah, that's where Sears was.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Huh. Was it a big building?
Yeah, it was really big. And then it became I can't remember what it was after that. Then Sears moved to the mall.
Yeah.
But that was back in the day when Sears was the store.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever get the Sears catalog?
All the time. My mom worked in the catalog department.
Oh, man. I love the catalog.
It was nonstop. You order and they call you, hey, your stuff's here.
I don't know if I ever ordered anything from the Sears catalog, but boy, I spent a lot of time looking at stuff. When the catalog was that thick,
yeah,
it was great. Taking a look at our conversations this morning on the video live stream. Bill says, good morning. Good morning, Bill. Good to see you.
Bill.
Diane, good morning, Bill and all. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, Diane. You too. And Jeff, our buddy Jeff, says, good morning and happy Friday. Oh, vamos. Yeah. So I don't know. Are you done with your cross multi-state trek yet, Jeff? I follow Jeff on Instagram.
Where's he at?
He was riding his big old Harley Hog.
Really?
From somewhere, I think basically St. Louis to somewhere in Michigan.
Okay.
I don't know if he was going across the lake or not, but give us an update, Jeff, if you have a moment.
6-hour ride.
Well,
from St. Louis to here.
We've got to get back to the show. Hang on just a second.
Skies will remain clear overnight with lows dipping into the 50s by the time that we get to Saturday morning. But Saturday afternoon, the heat starts to climb and we'll see temperatures in the low to mid 80s under mostly sunny skies, even warmer on Sunday. I'm WSBT 22's Lynette Grant.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Okay, it's 7:14 on your Friday morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Boy, you got any special plans this weekend, Brett?
Well, today is our son-in-law's birthday, and then we're gonna.
Oh, happy birthday, Brett's son-in-law.
Noah.
Happy birthday, Noah.
He's we're gonna head over, and then our daughter, his wife, our daughter's was on Tuesday, so We're gonna head to Wisconsin. They bought their first house, expecting their first child. So
Oh, that's great.
gonna go over there and celebrate. Siding is starting to go up on our house.
Should write a book about the siding experience you've
They've
had.
done a great job, though. I mean, it's. I didn't want it to go over the 3 layers, so I spent the money. We spent the money to have 2 layers tore off. So that is part.
You
of
have a house that
old
had
house.
3 layers of siding on it.
Correct. Original. Our house was built in 1901.
Okay, 1901, and then you put a layer of wood. So
They had
the
wood
original
siding,
people put wood siding on
which
it.
is in phenomenal shape. I was absolutely amazed.
Did you know it had wood siding?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that I did. We found some. So
Why didn't you return to the wood siding?
There's some gaps. It would. I looked at it and I thought,
They grow new trees every day.
Yeah, but it wouldn't. No, I'm good.
Okay.
So St. Joe City used to do a calendar, and they would have photos.
Oh, okay.
And so one was.
We should bring that back.
Yeah, I liked it. And so
Just don't print it.
One was photo of Blossom. So Blossom Time lines up in front of our house, and they did back in the day.
Okay.
And it's a picture of our house from like 1903 or 4.
Oh, wow. 2 years old house.
Yeah, which was really cool. Everything's the same except the porch had wood pylons where they enclosed it at some point. So they've taken off 2 layers. They're building out the windows, the wrap, side it, and looks good. They've done a great job. And what I'm happy about is the yard's not getting killed. I thought that would be a goner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. They're being careful.
They've done the siding company, and you can see the name just drive by our house. They've left the trailer out there the entire time. They've done a great job.
It still confuses me how you put 3 layers of siding. I've seen the roofs. Sometimes people are concerned, but it's like, no, you just put another layer of asphalt shingles on top of it. It's fine. But for the house itself, I mean, all of a sudden you're just, what if you get 5, 7 layers? You're encroaching on your neighbor's property.
Well, then you got problems. Your
got
windows
a big old house. Your windows are sunken in.
Sunken. Why does that house have sunken windows? So
it must be easy.
So this is the last major project. The roof was 15 years ago.
Oh, you're ready for a new roof?
No, it's got steep.
I've seen your roof.
Peaks. No, it'll last 30 years.
All right.
New windows. So this is the last thing.
Do you have a favorite airline?
Southwest.
Okay.
They're going through some massive changes.
What did you like about Southwest Airlines? What do you like about Southwest Airlines?
It's just always
you like finding your own seat? It's like, I'm going to find my own
gone,
seat.
though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they just announced yesterday.
Oh, well, look at that. What we're going to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Southwest Airlines is shifting to assigned seats.
Correct.
For the first time in history. So everyone who has liked the whole let's roll the dice and line up 3 hours before the flight so I can get the seat that I like, you're out of luck.
We're always C. I'm always at the end.
Man, oh man.
But see, I like sitting in the back of the plane. No one else does.
Who doesn't like sitting in the back of the plane? I love the back of the plane.
Most people.
If you're going to survive an air crash, where are you?
Exactly right.
You're in the back of the plane.
Yep.
The only thing I don't like about the back of the plane, the very back, is the smell from the bathroom.
Correct.
And if you're in the very back row, you can't lean your seat back.
Correct.
Because it's right there against the wall.
But that's why I like Southwest, because most people don't like the back, and I could just walk back there and sit.
Yeah. Well, too bad.
I know.
You now are going to get assigned seatings. They say it's going to allow the air carrier, the low fare air carrier, to charge a premium for some of the seats on the planes. The airline will also start offering overnight red-eye flights for the first time. I didn't know they didn't offer red-eyes. Red-eyes were great. Because instead of buying a hotel, you just get a red-eye flight, go across the country.
Yeah, I've never taken one.
Well, I mean, it's, you get on late at night, then you wake up in the other place and you look like heck.
And then you're too tired to enjoy it.
You're too tired to enjoy it. So they'll start offering overnight red-eye flights for the first time, which it said will improve the efficiency of increasing the use of its aircraft. So we're going to use the airplanes more. Southwest said customers were clamoring for these changes. Please change the seating.
They didn't ask me.
When people switched to a competitor from Southwest, the company said the number one reason was because passengers were unhappy about the open seating thing. So they liked the low prices. They just didn't like the cattle call to line up in A, B, or C before you get your seat. The research is clear and indicates that 80% of Southwest customers and 86% of potential customers prefer having an assigned seat. That's what Southwest Airlines said in a statement about the change. They said by moving to an assigned seating model, Southwest expects to broaden its appeal and attract more flying from its current and future customers.
Well, they saved Midway Airport, that is for sure, because that's about the same time Midway was really, really in trouble.
Yeah.
And Southwest, that's when they were starting out. So, I got used to them. So after my mom died, my dad would fly down and visit my brother, and he just ended up kind of locking on to Southwest, and they always treated him good. And just kind of, we use this. I like flying out of Midway for me.
You like flying out of Midway? Wow. Okay.
Well, I prefer over O'Hare.
Okay. I don't know. I prefer O'Hare.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Midway.
Midway just feels like one big long hallway that just never, ever ends.
But I like the airport, and they cleaned up the area around it. It was kind of rough for there for a while.
Okay.
You see, they're cleaning up the area around United Arena.
No, tell me more.
Big story. Jerry Reinsdorf, who owns
has to do with sports ball.
The Bulls. Yeah. Well, what they want to do is kind of what they did at Wrigley Field.
Okay.
Where they put in a hotel and
just make it a destination.
Right.
Deal.
Exactly. Not just a.
Okay.
And on the west side of Chicago, that's sorely needed. So they've got a decade plan to really improve that area from that standpoint.
Oh, how much is that going to cost?
I didn't see the cost. I did not see that. I'm wondering when the Bears in the city are going to work out their new stadium there.
Oh, probably
along
never.
the lakefront.
Yeah, probably never.
Well, then they'll just move to Arlington.
Oh, okay.
Because they got property.
Texas?
No, they bought the
Virginia?
Arlington racetrack.
Oh, Chicago. Okay.
My dad and my brother saw Secretariat run there once.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably an exciting race. Did Secretariat win?
Yeah, I remember my dad saying he was just so much bigger than the other horses.
Yeah, that's exciting.
But he said, the other horses knew that. You could tell it's almost like they knew they lost. They hung their head after the race. But they went to
Don't all horses do that?
He thought they did.
That's fun.
My dad loved horses, so
that's great.
Him and my brother went and watched Secretariat run.
Beautiful animals. Today, speaking of beautiful animals and loving animals and not eating them, today is World Tofu Day. Did you know that? You should have some tofu today.
I probably have had it and don't know it.
You can celebrate. It's a staple of Asian cuisine. It actually tastes like nothing. I mean, really, it doesn't. You can make it taste like just about anything, but you have to put the flavoring in. You don't. I mean, when you get it, it's just it's like a blank canvas for artists to paint
You're not
upon.
helping the cause.
Tofu is made from soy, which soy is a very important crop here.
It is soybeans.
So we should support it by eating tofu. It's made from soy. It was invented by accident 2000. It was 2000 years ago when a Chinese chef unintentionally curdled some soy milk.
Like Dove soap was invented by accident.
Was it?
Yeah.
How?
They were mixing. I can't remember. I was watching on a History Channel. You ever watch what made America great?
I don't think I've seen that
Like
one.
the food.
I'll watch How It's Made. I love that
that's
one.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
And they were talking about how they actually left they're making soap but left it in there too long. And when they came back, they're like, "Hey, look, it's floating." And so they figured out.
Is it one of the only ones that floats? The soap? Is that kind of their marketing gig?
Well, yeah, Dove soap will float.
Huh. Okay.
Because it has more air in it.
Oh. So they're giving you less product, more air, and they're selling you the air.
I like Dove soap though.
Okay.
It keeps my skin soft.
That is very important.
It is.
One more. Do you like boneless chicken wings?
No, I like the bones.
You don't like boneless chicken wings?
I like the bones.
That seems like a very convenient thing.
No, I like I agree with you. It is convenience. That's what chicken nuggets are.
Well, the good news is because you like the bone-in chicken wings.
I like the bone-in.
Is whether it's boneless or bone-in, consumers pretty much cannot expect boneless chicken wings to actually be free of bones. This is according to the Ohio Supreme Court. They ruled this yesterday, rejecting claims by a restaurant patron who apparently suffered serious medical complications after getting a bone stuck in his throat when he was eating boneless chicken wings.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Berkmeyer Berkheimer, was dining with his wife and friends at a wing joint in Hamilton, Ohio. Ordered the usual boneless wings with Parmesan garlic sauce. That sounds good.
Yeah.
And he felt a bite-sized piece of meat go down the wrong way. 3 days later, he had a fever. He was vomiting. He went to the emergency room. A doctor discovered a long, thin bone had actually torn his esophagus.
Oh, mother.
Yeah, sorry about that. And caused an infection. So he was eating the bone. I mean, basically, isn't a boneless chicken wing like a chicken nugget? Isn't it the same
Well,
thing?
that's what I would think, yeah.
It's the same thing, right? Because you can't really keep the constitution of the boneless wing or the wing with the bone out unless you're
That
like a
had to
magician
hurt.
or
Oh
something
my
like
gosh,
that.
that had to hurt.
Anyway, so the chicken went down the wrong way. Accidentally tore his esophagus, got an infection.
Accidentally.
Berkheimer
Sorry.
sued the restaurant. The restaurant was called Wings on Brookwood, saying the restaurant failed to warn him that so-called boneless wings could contain bones. And the suit also named the supplier and the farm that produced the chicken, claiming all of them were negligent.
The chicken. How can you blame the chicken? And the farmer. Okay.
That's just crazy.
So did he win?
He did not win. In a 4-3 ruling, the Supreme Court said
4-3.
4-3. It was a close one. The Supreme Court said yesterday that boneless wings, quote unquote, refers to a cooking style, and that Berkheimer should have been on guard against bones since it's common knowledge that chickens have bones. The High Court sided with lower courts that dismissed the Berkheimer suit. Does that mean when you're eating steak, you should be on lookout for a bone because cows contain bones?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I like steak. I like the bone wings. Amy makes some kick butt ones in the air fryer.
Oh, what's the recipe? Quick.
I don't have a clue.
Oh, man.
Air fryer works good.
A diner, you know, a convection oven is an air fryer. If you have convection on your oven, it's the same thing as an air fryer.
I'll have to look.
The secret is out, and I'm sorry I'm saying this on the radio, but a convection oven is the same as an air fryer. Air fryer is convection oven, basically sitting on your counter. So if you want some counter space back, get rid of the air fryer, just use your convection oven. You can use a basket. They have the little baskets. You put them in the oven. Same thing.
Air fryer goes quicker, I think.
Depends on what brand you buy. All right,
this one hums up like it's going into space, man. Like it's going to go get those people out.
Is it a Boeing? You better. We've got a whole lot more to get to. It's the WSJM Morning Show. News from ABC coming up, our local news from the WSJM newsroom, and weather, and a whole lot more. Thanks for joining us.
Loan rates are trending downward. Are you ready to make your move? Sturgis Bank's expert hometown lenders will guide you through the process and take the time to make sure you're ready to become a homeowner. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, looking at a vacation house, or thinking of building, Sturgis Bank can meet your needs. Experience the Sturgis Bank difference. Highly personal service, long-time community support, and a desire to do right.
All right. We're having too much fun, and that means I'm behind on commercials. So I'm going to get rid of a couple of promos that we have here. Although I do remind me, we need to talk about the Berrien County Youth Fair Talent Show.
Oh, cool. That's right. The station promotes that, correct?
We do promote that.
Sponsor it.
We do promote it. We do sponsor it. We do facilitate some of the announcements and such like that. But Paul Landecker is in charge of that, and he came to me yesterday and he said, "Hey, we need some more entries for the Berrien County Youth Fair Talent Show."
Awesome.
So start talking about it on the air. I said, "Okay."
What a great fair.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
We went to Van Buren's last Friday, and it was packed. The parking lot was full. They had to divert people to like overflow. I just like them. You know, it's just like a step back in yesterday.
Yes.
We're not, it's just wholesome and good. And these kids are having fun. And
the way we were.
Businesses. You were not in the choir, were you?
Silly watercolor memories. What's that?
You were not.
No, that wasn't me. I was just humming.
You were not in the choir, I hope.
No, I wasn't in choir. I wanted to be discovered, but the singing guy always just ignored me. It's like, fine, I'm going to go play band. I'm going to play trumpet. I'm going to find the loudest instrument I can find.
So what'd you play?
Trumpet. I was first chair.
Oh, I like trumpet.
I was first chair.
Good for you.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
My daughter was in band. She was second.
What'd she play?
She played the flute and piccolo.
Nice.
And I loved it. When she was in high school and stuff, she played in our nice room. I liked it. My mom played piano when I was growing up, and our dog would always walk whenever my mom started playing the piano at night. Our dog would walk in and lay against the piano.
That's nice.
Yeah,
oh, that's
I took
beautiful.
piano for lessons for a couple of years.
Do you still have a piano?
No, we don't really have room in our house.
Okay.
I can't play with two hands anymore.
Why not? Oh, because of your finger.
I just don't remember all the notes.
Okay.
I remember enough. I can read music.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
You can still read music.
I can still read music.
That's good.
Yep. It was smart, my parents.
I would like to get a piano.
I could play okay.
My son has picked it up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's taught himself. I gave him my keyboard.
That's cool. My mom was self-taught.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. My Nana, which was basically my grandmother on my dad's side, his mother, had a huge organ.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one of those organs, and it had like 300 colored buttons on it and everything else.
Wow.
My brother and I used to love flipping the switches and just playing everything. We didn't know how to play it at all, and we drove them crazy, but it was fun.
My grandmother, who lived in Benton Harbor, had a huge piano that went up the whole wall.
All right, we've got an update.
That was cool.
Oh, an organ that went up the wall?
No, the piano did.
Oh, the piano. Why would the piano go up the wall?
That's where it was. You played it here, and
the strings went up that way?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a huge black piano. She really played well.
That sounds like fun. All right, on the air right now is the Bloomberg Market Minute. That's coming up in a second, and then we'll have to come back. But between now and then, and I've got to do this thing. Hang on. Got to move this over.
Well, what day is the talent show?
There. Just hang on a second. Let's see. Okay. No, up on the video live stream, Jeff gave us an update on his trip. He said in the Upper Peninsula. It was before that. Hang on. Okay. Jeff went 1,903 miles around Lake Michigan.
Wow. Oh, he went around it.
He didn't go across it. He didn't take the ferry across it. He went around it.
So he went through Wisconsin, and that's cool.
Yeah. Hang on. We'll have to talk more about that in a second. Hang on.
Had Chat GPT, now there's Search GPT. OpenAI testing a Chat GPT powered search engine that could put the artificial intelligence company in direct competition with search giant Google and also affect the flow of internet traffic seeking news and other timely information. And the new Corvette ZR1 speeding onto the scene, combining throwback style and record performance. Turbochargers make for the most powerful Vette yet. It's got that design reclaimed from the 60s. General Motors unveiling the newest version of America's sports car at a party in Miami. That's as it basks in record revenue, bolstered by strong demand for gas-powered trucks and SUVs. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
And we're at 7:33. We're having way too much fun on the video live stream this morning, so hopefully you have an opportunity to tune in there at YouTube or Facebook. I'm Ken Lundberg. Over here is Brett Witkowski. He's the co-host today, and it's 59 degrees, and it's going to be sunny today. A beautiful day. Mostly sunny skies, a high around 82. We've got your local news coming up in just a moment after this from ABC.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Sabotage and arson hitting key parts of France's high-speed rail network ahead of the opening ceremony of the Olympics in Paris. Vandals strategically striking the main rail routes from the north, east, and west toward the capital city. Wildfires in the west of this country growing. ABC's Kenna Whitworth is in Northern California.
The aggressive park fire burning over 145,000 acres. Homes engulfed in flames, gas tanks exploding, creating pillars of fire higher than the tree line.
The park fire near Chico, the largest wildfire so far this year in California. A couple of key players in Mexico's biggest drug cartel has been arrested. In custody, 76-year-old Sinaloa cartel co-founder Ismael El Mayo Zambada, as well as the son of a drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Vice President Kamala Harris has gotten the endorsement of Barack and Michelle Obama, the former first couple, calling her to tell her the news on Thursday. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:34 is the time, and the temperature outside right now is 59 degrees in Benton Harbor and St. Joseph. And looking over at Dowagiac, 57. Buchanan is 56 right now. Up in South Haven, it's 56 degrees as well. And the sun is out. It's going to stay out. It's going to be beautiful. We've got a good weather forecast for Saturday and Sunday, and then maybe a slight chance of rain coming in as Sunday wanes and we go into the new week. Some of the news that we're following today from the WSJM newsroom: new faces, same campaign. That's according to area Congressman Bill Huizenga, who does not think that Kamala Harris replacing Joe Biden changes the race all that much. Now that President Biden has spoken about his decision to step down, Huizenga tells us he doesn't really think it was Biden's decision at all. We'll hear from Huizenga coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Congressman Tim Walberg also weighing in. He's slamming Vice President Kamala Harris, the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, over issues at the southern U.S. border. He says the U.S. House of Representatives yesterday approved a resolution condemning work done by Harris on the U.S. border with Mexico. We'll have more about that coming up at 8 o'clock. And the Berrien County Health Department is warning of ticks and reminding you that you can do some things to protect yourself against ticks this summer. They're doing their regular testing. They say they are finding a lot of ticks. We'll tell you more about that coming up at 8 o'clock. Oh, and a reminder, the Michigan Secretary of State office in Benton Harbor, it's in Benton Township, is closing next week for remodeling. So if you have some things to do at the Secretary of State's office next week, don't plan on doing them there because they're closing for a week of remodeling. Wonder what they're going to do.
But, you know, every person becomes Secretary of State says they're going to fix the delays.
Well, I got to tell you, I mean, I've had good experiences. You've had delays?
Oh, my goodness.
Because now you have to schedule an appointment. Now you can't just do the walk-in anymore. Remember the good old days when you can just walk in and, hey, you doing anything? No? Well, maybe I'd like to get my license renewed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will tell you, the last time I went there, they said, do you have an appointment? No, I don't have an appointment. Okay, here, scan this, go make an appointment, and come back. The first available appointment was 3 hours later, right? I was already there, but the first available appointment was 3 hours later. So I set the appointment, and I walked back over to the counter, and I said, I set my appointment. Shall I leave? And she said, well, and looked around because there was no one there. Just hang out for a second. Okay, just go stand on that line. And immediately they took me. They helped me out, got my paperwork done about 15 minutes later. All done, out of there.
Good.
I canceled my appointment for later in the day. I didn't want to go back.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's the look at some of the news, plus my little story about the Secretary of State's office. We'll have more coming up in just a minute. Ken Lundberg along with Brett Witkowski. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Best news of all is it's Friday, and it's going to be a beautiful day.
The Michigan News Network.
I'm Beth Fisher. Early voting for Michigan.
All right, let's catch up on our comments over here. Let's see. Got to get a better system here because I got to drag this microphone all the way over here.
That.
I do have to do that. All right, so we to catch up on our soap opera here, Jeff McGrew, who's on the video live stream here, commented that he just got done with his trek around Lake Michigan on his big old fancy Harley Hog motorcycle. And if you've seen Jeff lately, he's the epitome of the hipster.
Okay.
He's when I knew him, he had his military cut still, right? Kind of like you, maybe a little longer than that. But now
he had more hair.
Yeah, and he still has more hair.
Good
He has a ton of hair, not only on his head but on his face. He's got this very cool hipster beard. He probably doesn't like that it's being called a hipster, but it is.
What kind of mileage per gallon does he get on those?
On motorcycles?
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably looking at I don't know. Mine probably gets 30 miles a gallon, 22, 30 miles a gallon, something like that.
No, that's what I'm asking. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. But it's great. I mean, it's a motorcycle. You just put gas in the tank and you go forever.
How many gallons does that hold? Like 2 or 3?
2 on mine. His probably holds 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm lucky if I can get 2 in mine.
Really?
But I don't care. I mean, price of gas doesn't matter when you only get 1 or 2 gallons.
But you don't ride it.
I don't ride it as often as I should. Can I get to the comments here?
You may.
Okay, thank you very much. So Jeff rode 1,903 miles around Lake Michigan.
Wow.
And he said in the UP, he had the opportunity to stay with an astronaut, Dan McGonigal.
Good for him.
Which was pretty cool. He went sailing. He went boating. He hung out at his place in Gould City on Lake Milicokia. Do you know that lake?
All the time.
You don't know that
Never
lake.
heard of it.
So
how do you find the astronaut?
Yeah, how'd you find the astronaut?
Do your arms get sore when you ride that long? Like
everything gets sore. Your butt gets sore.
Does it? Okay.
Your arm, your hand gets sore because
Right.
you're doing this, unless you have the cruise control thing. Yeah, that's probably about it. I don't know, but he's got, like I said, he's got the fancy cruiser, so he probably has a cushion seat, and
Cruise control.
and he probably has cruise control. So he's just, the wind's flying through his hair, the bugs are getting in his teeth, all that other stuff. I don't know if he wears a helmet. You wear a helmet, Jeff? You should wear a helmet.
So answer this for me, and I'm sure there's very good reason for it.
Jeff gets 40 miles a gallon plus.
Wow.
40 miles an hour plus, and his gas tank is 5.5 gallons.
So he can ride.
Well, do some math for us there.
200 miles.
Yeah, that's good.
So when if you go down 2-lane road, you see the motorcycles coming towards you.
Yeah.
Closer to the center lane.
Yeah, that's where they should be. That's where you're supposed to be according to driving, because you have better visibility, you have a better chance of being seen by oncoming and
I was wondering
and
always why.
the traffic behind you.
Okay. I was always wondering
Yeah,
why.
so if you ever see somebody who's driving not close to the center line, I mean, hills change the equation a little bit.
They do.
Because because the visibility is very reduced for oncoming, and so you might see people go kind of to the right a little bit and then come back once they crest the hill. But yeah, that's better visibility. So if you ever see somebody who's always riding close to the shoulder line, that's wrong. You're not supposed to be doing that, because you lessen your chance of being seen by others, and that's the biggest cause of accidents for motorcycles, is getting nicked by somebody else.
When you ride, do you get worried?
No.
When we were in Florida,
I get worried about amateur drivers, because sometimes
I agree.
they pull out in front of you. They either don't see you, or they misjudge how fast you're going because of the size of your vehicle.
Have you ever gotten an accident?
Yeah.
Have you?
Somebody, it was down in Buchanan. Somebody was on Walton Road, and they were in the right turn only lane. And I made the mistake of assuming they were going to turn right because they were in the right turn only lane. They didn't turn right. They came straight at me, and I had to lay down my bike to get out of the way.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's what would scare me.
Well, if you're wearing leather and you're wearing your helmet and everything else, you should be fine.
Yeah. We had a guy by us.
Don't bring us down.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right.
There was a
It's
guy.
a precautionary tale.
Yeah. Sadly, on a corner, like in the corner where the county administration is.
Right. Yeah.
By where you live.
Yep.
On Main Street. He
Yep.
got killed riding his moped.
Yeah. Oh, moped. I see a lot of people with their mopeds and they're wearing sandals and shorts. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think of the road rash you're going to get.
Oh, I know. Yeah. This
or worse.
This gentleman had gotten one as a retirement gift.
And
then, when I was young, I rode a motorcycle a couple times.
Yeah.
You kind of like freeze and you hit the throttle more rather than less. And that's what he did. And he went across Main Street and got hit by a car and killed.
Yeah. Jeff says he's got cruise control, 12-inch bars. Those are handlebars. Upgraded seat. King Tour Park for long rides. I don't know what that. Oh, a King Tour pack for long rides and luggage. He usually wears a helmet, but not always. And there is, I will say, it's stupid to not wear a helmet. However, I will also say, if you ride a motorcycle without a helmet, it's kind of fun. Would you mind letting Mike Weibel in? Hello? Would you mind letting Mike Weibel in?
Let's give me a Biden moment there.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. We'll be right back. Actually, let me finish this while Brett's out of the way and not interrupting me. So he's got cruise control. Thanks, Brett. You're wearing shorts today.
I wear shorts every Friday.
All right. And Jeff's bike is a Harley Davidson Street Glide Special. And then Diane backed me up here on Buchanan has odd road markings. Not just odd. I will agree. They are odd and very faded, which is just crazy. All right. Well, we've got a whole lot more to get to. It's the WSJM Morning Show. And we've got Mike Weibel. He's coming back in. He hasn't joined us for a little while, so we'll see what he has to say. Right here. We'll be right back.
Law seminars at 5:30. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
From ABC News Tech Trends. When it comes to the top-rated phone carriers, bigger isn't necessarily better.
AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile are not at the top of our list for overall satisfaction. In fact, they're towards the bottom.
Consumer Reports' Courtney Lindwall says AT&T came in last in their new survey, with Verizon second to last.
The biggest determinant is value. So if folks feel like they're being overcharged or if they're getting a good deal.
Customer service was a trouble spot as well. In general, she says customers were better off with a smaller provider.
Consumer Cellular was the top of our list for overall satisfaction. And then kind of right behind Consumer Cellular is Mint Mobile, Ting, Cricket, and Google Fi.
Companies known as mobile virtual network operators.
They purchase minutes and data from AT&T, T-Mobile, or Verizon, and they're able to shave off operation costs that are kind of tied to owning a cellular network.
With Tech Trends, I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Summer is heating up, just like the deals at Omaha Steaks. From perfectly aged steaks to juicy burgers, Omaha Steaks is your summer grilling headquarters. Shop the Hotter Than Fire sale at omahasteaks.com for exclusive, unconditional money-back guaranteed packages starting at $99. Plus, get an extra $10 off with promo code QUALITY at checkout. Visit omahasteaks.com, code QUALITY for an extra $10 off. Shop the Hotter Than Fire sale today before these deals go up in smoke.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
A dry day for Southwest Michigan, lots of sunshine and temperatures making their way into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Skies will remain clear overnight with lows dipping into the 50s by the time that we get to Saturday morning. But Saturday afternoon, the heat starts to climb and we'll see temperatures in the low to mid 80s under mostly sunny skies, even warmer on Sunday. I'm WSBT 22's Lynette Grant.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
And hey, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show. And just a reminder, we've got the video live stream going. If ever you are curious about the video live stream and you don't have an opportunity to see it live when we do it every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m., you can go back to Facebook and YouTube and rewatch. We get a lot of plays throughout the
what
day.
Did you tell me? Like,
well,
412,000?
No, I didn't tell you that,
okay.
but I wish I did. No, it was like a 2-week period. We had 6,000, 7,000.
Well, that's close to 412
plays.
Yeah.
Why do you say 412,000?
I don't know. I just like that. I just picked a number.
Okay. All right. I'm going to turn Brett's microphone down right now. No, I'm not.
You're welcome to.
Mike Weibel's in the studio.
Hey.
Hey, Mike. We haven't seen you for a few weeks. How are you?
I'm good.
It's good
Friday.
to see you. It is Friday.
He has got some kick butt dress shoes.
Yeah.
I like those. I'm
Just saying.
getting a pair.
All right.
What
like 'em.
what did you think? I mean,
I
why do you like them?
They look sharp.
Okay. All right.
They look really sharp. They're not sneakers though. They're dress shoes.
Yeah.
I
Johnson
like
and Murphy.
those. What are they?
Johnson and Murphy.
Okay.
Ooh, fancy. Those
I
are
like
nice.
those.
All right. We'll be talking with Mike in just a few minutes. He's here from Baird Private Wealth Management. So that's coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. And then also we've got our Moody on the Market update right now. And Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And talking a little bit about recognition by the Berrien County Board of Commissioners for the Berrien County Parks staff and the lifeguards. Because, I mean, believe it or not, we are going to be winding down another summer soon. We're at the end of July. We've got one more month, and I don't know about you, but everyone else is getting ready for taking their kids back to school or getting them off to college or getting them back to college, convincing them that they shouldn't take a semester off.
Right.
That sounds like a personal note on that one.
You know, and I mean,
I'm done with
kids
all
these
that.
days.
I'm done
Kids
with all
these
that.
days. Anyway, at their Thursday meeting, this happened yesterday, Berrien County Parks Director Jill Adams told commissioners that former Parks Director Brian Bailey used to always say parks are about people, and she has found that to be true as well. She says Mother Nature provides us with an amazing outdoor space, but it takes a team of dedicated people to make it accessible and to keep it that way. Adams said the county has 12 full-time park staff and 68 seasonal staff, and she said they represent a diverse range of skills, personalities, and ages. And she said the county parks team is out there every day. They're serving our park visitors no matter where they are, where they're from. They're maintaining the buildings, the properties, the trails, often the bridges. These are folks who bring incredible programming to the parks and invite people of all ages to come out and enjoy our nature. Adams said the county maintains 7 parks totaling 650 acres, and without the staff, they wouldn't be the world-class facilities that they are right now. So they did a recognition yesterday. Yesterday also happened to be Lifeguard Appreciation Day and World Ranger Day.
Wow.
Yes. So we thanked our parks individuals at the Berrien County Commission yesterday. And I mean, they do a great job. And I know they've been getting a lot of heat down at Silver Beach, the county park down there, for the parking thing. You remember that, right?
Yeah, but that's not the kids' fault.
No, it's not the kids' fault, but people were yelling at them like it was.
I know.
And they shouldn't have been.
It was pretty clear. You're supposed to pay on the way out.
Well, anyway, not anymore.
No, but that's why they were getting yelled at. People were like, well, I'm not paying.
Yeah. They probably weren't from Michigan.
Probably not.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's your Moody on the Market update for today. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They're your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. We're 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking with Mike Weibel from Baird Private Wealth Management. Mike, what have you been up to these days?
The weather's so nice, you got to play golf.
Yeah. Doing some golf out there?
Playing some golf, playing this weekend. So, yeah.
Where do you play at?
Harbor Shores.
Wow.
And
you must be a good golfer.
Well, depends on the day.
Yeah.
Any golfer could be good one day. But
I was
usually
good one day.
one hole.
Yeah, I was
right,
good.
Right.
No,
just enjoying this, amazing weather for the month of July.
Isn't
Normally
it nice?
It's smoking hot, and it's just been so beautiful. So
yeah. Have you played Harbor Shores since the championship was held? Since after that, was it any different than in the past? Because they really made that they went through and meticulously cleaned everything up. Not that it wasn't before,
right?
But they made it into that senior PGA championship status. Was it any different when you played it?
No, I mean it's always beautiful out there. I mean those guys do an amazing job, but it's and really when you think about the amount of traffic that course gets that week, and then it has to recover.
Right.
And we were just talking about this the other day. You think about being a golf course manager and you get 3 inches of rain and then all of a sudden it doesn't, and now it's cooler. And I mean, trying to field all that stuff and keep the grass, because it's probably like Silver Beach, everybody's complaining about something, right? So
that are roads.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But we have good reason on the roads, Brad.
Yeah. See, but they do an amazing job out there, those guys. And Jackson, the pro, he's the new pro this year, and it's just a good team of people, and they just make you feel like home when you're out there. So it's a good thing.
How many balls do you lose
at Harbor Shores?
Yeah, when you play around.
Harbor, it's easy to lose 2 or 3 when you're out there.
Low.
Yeah, well, and the first couple times I went out there years ago, I would bring a 12-pack of balls with me just in case.
Exactly.
Because it's very unforgiving.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to even on the first hole, you drive and you could go into that grass and you'll never find that ball.
Right. And especially up to the senior PGA, they let the rough really get deep, and you could walk right over the top of it and not see it.
That's great. That's good stuff.
I saw some guy at Instagram. He was on a golf course throwing marshmallows.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No.
Just to tick off the golfers?
So people thought they were finding their balls.
Oh, there's just marshmallows all over the grass.
Okay, I got to say that is super funny, but that must be really irritating too.
Yeah, but that's so funny.
I'll have to look that up.
Golf tournament.
I'll have to look that up. What else? Anything else fun you've been up to?
Just enjoying the summer and getting ready to sneak up north here in the month of August and go up to Traverse. And
oh yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah,
it's changed a little bit over the last few years. We went up there a little over a year ago, I think it was, and the downtown has really developed.
Yeah.
And it was crowded too with tourists and such, but it was great. It was a great experience.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of developing that downtown area.
Yeah.
And, it was always nice, but I mean, they've done it well.
Yeah, they've got some first class shops up there.
Yep.
And one of my favorites, they have a guitar shop up there where the guys hand making guitars in the back. Yeah, it's beautiful. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. One thing that I did want to bring up that Paul Landecker, our commander here, one of our commanders at Midwest Families, said he's over on Cozy on the morning show up in South Haven, but he reminded me that the Berrien County Youth Fair, we've got the talent show coming up. And so if you're a Berrien County student or if you know one, ages 7 through 18, we have the youth talent show coming up, the Berrien County Youth Fair Talent Show. And it's an opportunity to get on stage, show us what you got, win some cash. It's a chance to perform live at the Berrien County Youth Fair. The talent show is coming up August 15th, and it's thanks to the Center for Growth and Independence. All you have to do to enter is record a video of your talent and upload it to youthtalentshow.org. Do it before the end of the month. That's coming up quick, July 31st. And over $1,000 in prize money will be awarded. You can get your rules and upload your video now at the youthtalentshow.org.
Do kids know how to upload videos of themselves?
They may know how to do that. And what qualifies for talent these days?
Well, there you go.
That's right here. That's it. This is talent.
I don't know.
You can't contain it.
This is a dream team right here.
I tell you. So it's the youthtalentshow.org, youthtalentshow.org. It's presented by the Center for Growth and Independence. So they're basically, we're putting out the call right now. So if you're a parent, a grandparent, or a brother or sister, whatever, you know somebody who's between the ages of 7 and 18, they've got an act or they have some talent that they want to put on display, challenge them to do it. I went to the talent show last year and there were dancers. There was an Elvis impersonator.
Really?
Oh yeah. And he was good. He was so good. It was great. And he was a young kid. So yeah, all that talent and more, and over $1,000 in prize money. Again, more information, go to youthtalentshow.org and enter that talent show. We've got more coming up. ABC News is next. Then we'll have our local news. Then we'll come back and talk some more with Mike Weibel. He'll tell us about some smart financial things. It's all coming up here on the morning show.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue.
All right, and we're going to conclude the video live stream here in a second. Thank you all for joining us. It's so good to have you there. Hey, Teresa checked in. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining us 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. Hope you've been watching this week and all hour long. We've missed you. And Teresa says, now have a great day. So she's signing off as soon as we start talking about her. Anyway, so we'll come back and
Teresa's in Buchanan, correct?
Did we? No, I think that's Diane who's in Buchanan.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Diane's in Buchanan and Teresa's around here because her family's been around here for a long time.
That's cool.
Very long time. All right, so we'll have the morning show. We'll stream again live on Monday morning. Until then, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Wear a helmet if you're riding a motorcycle and all that. Thanks for joining us.